You can have a perfect credit score and still get approved for baby business credit limits. I'm telling you right now. But I'm going to show you how to avoid all of that, because in today's lesson, I'm going to show you a banking relationship strategy that's going to help you unlock 30, 50, or even higher approvals the smart way. So what I want you to do right now is go grab your pen and paper, and without further ado, let's dive in. All right, ladies and gents, business owners, whoever's really watching this, I really want to help you shift your mindset when it comes to trying to grab any type of business capital, okay? Because most people think that banks are like teachers just grading one test, meaning your credit score. And that's far from the truth now. But banks are more like coaches watching the entire season. Don't worry, I'm gonna break all this crazy analogy down right now. They watch how you handle money every single week. They're gonna watch if your account stays healthy, and they're going to also watch if you bring in money to their banking system, okay? And they're also gonna watch to see if you cause any other problems outside of this, meaning overdrafts, negative accounts, or anything. Because understand this, your credit report says a lot about you, and your banking relationship says even more in depth of who you really are. Because when a bank decides your limit, they're really just asking one question. Do we really trust this person or this business with this lending right here? Do we trust them with this capital? Can we trust them with this capital? And trust and believe, that trust has to be built by patterns. And if it's not, expect a very high limit. Because believe it or not, this matters more than you know. This matters even more if you're doing this yourself with no insider help. And I mean like VP, banking relationship managers, or just relationship managers in general, okay? We're not talking about just going in there, talking to Frank in front of Bank of America, shaking his hand and be like, yeah, can you help me? That's not what I'm referring to, okay? Now, let me give you two real scenarios so you can see this as clear as day, okay? So on one end, I had one client with zero banking relationship with this particular bank, all right? And he told me, he was like, hey, I made already, $500,000 this year. I'm on point to make 2.1. And, here's all the documentation. I know you said no docs, but hey, I got some docs to prove it. And he really did. He showed proof. But he was like, I don't understand why I keep getting, low limits and et cetera, et cetera. And I had to tell him straight up. I was like, do you know why you keep getting approved for small limits? It's because these banks see you as a stranger. You're literally walking in and saying, bank, hey bank, I'm doing this. But the bank is saying, we hear you, but we don't know you like that. And then he was just rebuttaling with, no, trust me, I'm successful, before any documentation was shown. And they said, all right, we're going to approve you, but we're going to play it safe and give you a small limit. And even though he wanted to start out, the gates with high limits, they had to be careful on their side. And that was just one person. But on the other end, I had a client who had a startup, right? Not a huge business yet, and also not even a long track record. Let's even put that out there. But he leveraged, the banking system the correct way on everything that I told him. He built real banking relationships before he asked for any type of big money. And because of that, he started getting 20K approvals, 30K approvals, 55K approvals, and more. Why? Because he didn't just tell the bank he was solid. He was showing the bank he was solid. Even if he wasn't as solid as the guy that was about to make $2.1 million a year. But inside his system, in this bank, he leveraged internal banking relationship systems to make sure that he got high approvals. So which side do you want to be on? And that was just the beginning phases. Let's actually talk about, another reason why people get denied. When you apply, for any type of business capital, business owners, understand this. You have to check off every single box. Leaving unchecked boxes can be a recipe for disaster, okay? It's like going to the airport and forgetting your ID, but you're like, nah, I got my ticket, I got my suitcase, they should be able to, still get me on the plane. You're missing one thing, and that one thing is extremely important, and you're not getting on the plane. So you might as well make sure that you use the systems the correct way. Banks are going to work the same way. You can have decent credit, you can have a real revenue, and you can have a legit business. But if your relationship signals are sloppy, you're either going to get denied or you're going to get low limits that are not going to help you. Now, disclaimer, are there outliers? Of course there are, okay? There are people, I've helped people, with zero relationship still get high limit approval. But I'm telling you right now, it doesn't happen just for everybody, as you can see, okay? So with that being said, here are the steps to ensure success that you're going to get the capital. So step one is going to be deposit relationships, okay? Deposits are powerful because the banks know that you are active. They're showing that money is flowing and you're not just popping up to grab credit and then disappear. This isn't 2020 anymore, ladies and gents. Now that we have, YouTube, TikTok, and everything, and even my videos, I'm showing you how to actively do this the right way. But there's so much misinformation out there that banks are starting to tighten up more and more and more every single month, every single year to make sure that they're keeping their bottom line safe so they don't go in the red. And with that also means building those internal data points, meaning that with this banking system, it's going to build a story for you and it's going to build a story about you, meaning how often he or she comes in, what do the balances look like, whether the cash flow feels stable, what is going to be from there. Even with my private clients, utilizing my reps, I still make them establish a real relationship with this bank, okay? Because reps can help open the door, but the relationship is what keeps the door open. Does that make sense? Because that's what's going to get you super high limits. My reps can help you get any type of limits, but I always tell them to try to show and establish some type of relationship because it's going to help the underwriter make that decision even quicker. So what do? You're going to open that business account with the bank and get the capital form, okay? And then you're going to run real money through this account. So that means making weekly or even monthly deposits. And you want to show them that you're a real serious business owner, all right? So that means that, you start off with maybe $100 a week, maybe $200, maybe $500 a week. And then after that, then you want to go to, all right, so every single month I want to try to deposit $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $7,000, $8,000. Oh, I have this business expense that I need to take care of. Hey, let me take it out of the business account and then pay it and then show those residuals and show that money is actively flowing through their system. Because when money is flowing through their system, it helps them and then they want to help you. And when you stay on this consistency trail, this is going to be key. Not just win one big deposit. You can do one big deposit. I'm not saying that, but at least not just one big deposit and then nothing for 3 weeks. You want to, show the banks that, they can trust you and things like that. You definitely want to do that. All right. And then in step 2, we're going to be talking about limiting overdrafts and negative accounts. Ladies and gents, business owners, hear me and hear me well. Okay. This goes for the personal side as well. Let me give you an example. If you have a personal account and a business account with the same exact bank, and everything has been great on the business side, but on the personal side, you have overdrafts or you had overdrafts, negative account balances, or unpaid credit cards, you can still get denied, okay? Because the bank is not just going to look at one relationship part, all right? They're just not going to look at the relationship as far as pieces. They're looking at the overall relationship. Overdrafts is like telling the bank, hey, I ran out of money and I'm not paying attention. Even if your business is doing okay, those are red flags that's going to make the bank want to tighten up on you. You don't want that. So you want to keep both accounts clean, okay? You want to set alerts. Tell Siri or Google, whoever, whatever you got, to tell you to not mess up. Keep a buffer. Stop overdrafts like it's your job, and make sure nothing is unpaid with these banks. Make it right and keep it right. And with step 3, we're talking about giving the relationship time. Jesus Christ, ladies and gents, give the relationship time. You might have to do it for 90 days, 120 days. That's just what it is, okay? And even if you establish a strong relationship, don't rush it. That's all I'm telling you. Banks need time to collect data. They need time to see patterns. They need time to see if you're consistent. While you're building that relationship for 90, 120 days, if you don't just sit there twiddling your thumbs, make sure your credit is in order, all right? Make sure you have no negatives. Make sure you got some inquiries last month. Try to get rid of those, okay? Hey, you know what? I have this on my account. Let me try to get rid of this. You want to make sure all this is in order because the goal is simple. Don't give the banks a reason to deny you. Give them every reason to say yes. So that means, again, no late payments, no collections, no charge-offs, no random credit chaos, and no unnecessary disputes that make your report look unsustainable. And no risky behavior, okay? You need to look the safest, cleanest, and the most prepared borrower that they've seen all week. Now, let me tie all this together because I know I gave you a lot. Understand that if you want high limits of business capital with these banks, it's not about just having a good credit score. It's about having a good credit report plus a strong relationship. Your credit report on paper is the version of you or the vision of you, and your banking relationship is the live action vision of you or version of you. And I know a lot of you are probably watching this video and you're probably thinking like, I want to access these strategies. I need inside relationship help. Even my credit might not be where it is. Then don't worry, I got you. Because what I want you to do is click the link below to sign up for a capital consultation with us, whether it's your credit or it's just funding needs. I want to help you get to the other side. Okay, so we want to make sure that we give you a credit analysis, we give you a funding sequence plan, and then we do the plan of action using my bank reps to get you that $50, $75, or even $150,000 in capital so you can start or scale your business. Again, click the link below right now so we can help you get to that side. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I really hope that this helps you and understand that relationships do matter no matter where you are in the walk of life, whether it's financial, personal, business, you name it. Again, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen.